Sunday Meditation, August 9th, 1981. LL Research channeling Hatonn, Latwii, and Laitos. Carla channeling. I am Hatonn, and I greet you, my friends, in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. It is a great privilege to be with you this evening, and we especially greet those new to this group, and send to each the love and the light which we channel from the one infinite Creator. We would speak to you this evening of ships. You may see yourself, my friends, as one upon a ship. There are many different configurations in the sky, and there is no land in sight. The ship is equipped with rudder and sail, and the wind is keen and swift. Yet there is much that needs to be done before you can set sail and move before the wind. Each of you, my friends, is upon a path which, like the trackless seas, offers no apparent signpost. The daily experience of your peoples is one of great confusion. How then to get the bearings? How to read the skies? My friends, there is within you the ability to create the knowledge which you need in order to be master of your destiny. There is, shall we say, a knowledge of constellations and the sextant whereby to measure them. It is not hidden within you at any great depth. This ability to guide your path is separated by your conscious mind only through a veil which may be penetrated by meditation, contemplation, and the desire to seek. There are many times when it does not even seem important to find the path through this ocean, for things occur which make one feel infinitely small and at the mercy of all those elements. In our analogy, they would be weather, night, day, hunger and thirst, loneliness, despair in your daily life. You may see the vessel of your physical body as meeting far more complex elements as you deal with the many other persons with whom you may come in contact, and the many societal pressures which may come to bear upon your situation. How helpless can such a sailor feel, my friends? We would remind you of this story spoken of in one of your holy works, wherein one of the disciples of the one known to you as Jesus saw this entity walking towards his boat across the water. "If you truly be he," said the disciple, "bid me come and walk to you." "Come," said the one known as Jesus, and so the disciple did. As he doubted, he sank, and as he asked, he walked. In meditation, my friends, you find more than just the tools for plotting the course. You find a feeling, a sensitivity, an openness for what your course may be. This is the function of what some call faith. It is not necessary to have rigid beliefs in order to progress. In fact, quite the opposite, for the path, like the ocean, is ever inaudible and ever changing. It is important, however, to reach, to seek, and to dare. To step out upon the water is not a sensible thing to do, and yet, in this story, it was instructed for the disciple to do what he felt. Yes, my friends, many times you may begin to sink. Many times you may clamber back into your boat and wonder if you will make error after error in your search for the truth. Nevertheless, if you seek and yet again seek to know the truth of who you are, how you came to be here, and why you make this pilgrimage at this particular time in this particular way, you will find that your path opens more and more fair before you. At this time, I would leave this instrument that one of my sisters may speak through another instrument. We thank you with all of our hearts for allowing us to share our humble thoughts with you. It has been a great privilege to do so, and we ask you to consider what we say not as the words of the wise, but as words to the wise. For we are your brothers and your sisters, and can share in our imperfect way that which we have come to understand. I am known to you as Hatonn. I leave you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Adonai, my friends. L. Channeling. I am Latwii, and I greet you, my brothers and sisters, in the love and the light of the Creator. It is a great pleasure to speak to a group as large, and may we say, as comfortable as this one. It is much easier to transmit messages to a group that has, for the time being, managed to lay aside its individual dramas and, in the words of one who has occupied your planetary surface, be here, now. We would like to invite questions at this time, for we are aware that there are a number of questions yet to be answered in the minds of those participating this night. Are there any questions that we may attempt to answer? I am Latwii. I am Latwii. It is apparent that those who bear questions in their minds have not formulated those questions into the conscious thought patterns necessary to conversion into speech. Therefore, we shall again pause to enable those present to accomplish this magnificent task, if such is your individual desires. I am, patiently, Latwii. Carla. I have laboriously come up with a question as to what color you are into tonight. What color are you into tonight? Latwii. I am Latwii. My sister, it is wonderful to hear your voice tonight. It is wonderful to hear any voice tonight. At this time, we are experiencing a shade known as lavender, simply because we are relaxing and find this color conducive to relaxation without what would approximate to your sleep. May we answer you further? Carla. Well, that brings up an interesting point. I know that you are fifth density. Do you then have work periods rather than being in a state of conscious working all the time? Do you have some sort of time sense in that dimension? Latwii. I am Latwii. Time, as the occupants of your planetary sphere refer to, does not exist in our dimension, or, for that matter, in yours. But enough of the puzzles. We find it necessary to recharge, as you might describe it, if a particularly strenuous effort has been made, such as our brother Hatonn's efforts at producing harmony in your planetary sphere. As you are aware, this sometimes has a deteriorative effect upon our brother Hatonn that requires some recuperation. However, we find that sleep, as you know it, is not necessary, as we have nothing to sleep with, but find the state of mind, so to speak, that you refer to as meditation to be highly desirable. May we answer you further? Carla. You may. In other communications, we've had some information about fifth density beings having a much denser light body. I was wondering if you spend the entire experience in fifth density in one body, or whether you go through a process of reincarnation as does third and fourth density. Latwii. I am Latwii. My sister, it is necessary to understand that the physical apparatus that you refer to as a body is merely a tool. And as you would use a screwdriver or spoon to accomplish a task, or a book to learn a lesson, so also do we create and use our tools, but cease to retain them upon completion of the task or learning necessary. This is also within the possibility of those on your plane. However, most are not aware of this potential and do not make use of it except in dreaming. May we answer you further? Carla. Well, just to clarify, I didn't quite understand. You said, are you saying that you only create or need one vehicle for the fifth density experience, or that you now use a fifth density vehicle for each experience? In other words, do you reincarnate? Or, I couldn't quite tell what you were saying. I know from other communications that the bisexual reproduction is the same, although the vibrations are quite a bit different, obviously. But the function of this being to offer other entities fifth density lessons. It isn't clear to me whether this would indicate reincarnation or whether you simply need one vehicle only for the entire working of the lessons of the learning of wisdom. I don't suppose it matters a lot. If this is not information that you can share, just say so. Latwii. I am Latwii. I am prepared to speak now. We cannot describe the necessities for all of those entities in our dimension, for just as your awareness is lacking concerning your own, shall we say, field of endeavor, so also is our awareness less than total for our own educational facility that is our dimension. We can inform you that we find it unnecessary at some points in our education to possess a physical vehicle. Yet at others, the vehicle facilitates our learning experience. It is not, however, always necessary to enter the physical realm without the awareness of our lessons or knowledge prior to what you described as incarnating. Does this answer your question? Carla. Yes, indeed. I think I understand now what you were saying before. You do go through the process of reincarnation in a much more conscious way than we do. But what you were saying before was that we too go in and out of bodies and use time in between incarnations, as well as the time during incarnations. We are just not as conscious of that while we're here in the illusion. Does that sum up what you were saying? Latwii. I am Latwii. Your answer is correct, and as this instrument would say, quite succinct. Although we are not sure that the instrument knows the meaning of the term, as we cannot find the definition. We will simply accept his shot in the dark. Carla. That's cool. Thank you, Latwii. Latwii. We thank you. Is there another question? I am Latwii. As we are unable to answer the last comment, we shall assume that your remaining questions shall be presented at another time. We therefore thank you for this opportunity of service and would encourage those present to continue to contact the members of the Federation at any time, however brief, for we are willing to respond at any opportunity that you will afford us. We leave you now and ask that you be aware that all who strive are beautiful points of balance within creation. With this puzzle, my friends, we bid you adieu. I am Latwii. Carla, channeling. I am Laitos, and I greet you, my friends. We will speak briefly, for we realize this has been a somewhat lengthy meeting for you. We wish to offer to you an opportunity to experience the conditioning vibration which may aid you in deepening your meditative state. And for those who wish to experience the service known as vocal channeling, aid them in the perception of contact with the Confederation of planets in the service of the infinite Creator. We would pass among you at this time. If you would wish us to work with you, please mentally request this, and we would be most privileged to be of service. While we are working with you, we will especially be conditioning the one known as C, and would say a few words through the one known as Jim before we close this meeting. I am Laitos, and will pause at this time, my friends. Jim, channeling. I am Laitos, and am with this instrument, and greet you all once again in love and light. We are aware that the one known as C is having some difficulty this evening dealing with the increase in energy attendant with our contact. We will pause once again. If the one known as C will relax, we will again attempt to contact through his instrument and attempt to say a few words to this group. I am Laitos. C, channeling. I am Laitos, and I am with this instrument. It is, again, as always, a pleasure to work with those who seek service as a vocal channel. We wish to assure this instrument that contact is good, but we ask that he relax and refrain from trying too hard, for we know that the words at first are hard to know and hard to discern from the entity's own thought patterns. We are happy with this contact and will continue to work with this instrument. We would now transfer this contact back to the one known as Jim. I am Laitos. Jim, channeling. I am Laitos, and am again with this instrument. We thank the one known as C for his effort this evening. We are very pleased with his progress and very grateful for the opportunity to provide this service, for we of Laitos have the specific function of introducing entities upon your planet who wish to be vocal channels to the vibrations of the Confederation of planets in service of the infinite Creator. We find far too few opportunities upon your planet to exercise this service. And each time another opportunity is presented to us, we cherish it as a treasure in our hearts. And we thank each of you for your patience in allowing us to work with yet one more new instrument that might serve as a beacon of the light and the love of the infinite Creator. We are known to you as those of Laitos, and we leave you now in that love and in that light of the one infinite Creator. Rejoice with us each of the moments of your days as you travel in that love and light with all of the creation of the Father. Adonai, my friends. Adonai Vasu Boragas.
then rejoicing in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator.